going on, everyone? Hope you're having an awesome day so far. RipNtear with a slightly different video this time around. Wanted to cover something with Mortal Kombat 11 as it was recently revealed and how a certain character would fit perfectly in the game, the Doomslayer. Now, I know there has been a lot of videos out there explaining how awesome it would be to have the Slayer show up in Mortal Kombat, but I wanted to also express my opinion and kind of build on theirs and go in detail about some other things that may have not been covered. Not to mention with the teasing Ed Boon and Doom had been doing on Twitter, it's safe to say that there is a good possibility that it will happen. That wink emoji definitely had me sold. Anyway, when the game was revealed not too long ago, it showed off some of the main characters that we'll be able to play as and showcased how brutal and violent Mortal Kombat has and will always be. Being this type of game, the Slayer would fit in perfectly, and honestly, if he does show up in the game before it releases, or is at least as a DLC character, I will be definitely getting MK11 for sure. So I'm going to explain why I think the Doomslayer would be a perfect fit in Mortal Kombat 11. Doom has always been one of the most iconic and violent video games in gaming history. It revolutionized the first-person shooter genre, and with each new game released, we get the opportunity to rip and tear new demons. The Doomslayer is our silent protagonist who has no fear and is full of hatred to all the forces of hell and those who get in his way, especially the keycard guy. He is the ultimate tool for destruction and kills without hesitation. Mortal Kombat is no stranger to violence and brutality as well. Doom and Mortal Kombat would literally go hand in hand. Not to mention, when Doom 64 was developed, it was by Midway, who created the first Mortal Kombat games, and of course later it became NetherRealm Studios. Also with Mortal Kombat 10, we saw quite a few DLC characters from violent pop culture movies like Alien and Predator, Friday the 13th, so Jason, and Leatherface. So with that in mind, Mortal Kombat 11 is bound to have DLC characters outside of the MK universe and broaden its lineup of fighters. Due to having more fighters, the intro before the fight was a great way to change things up and to add more depth to the personalities of the characters. You see, most of the fighters exchange some words to their opponents and then get into the fight. Some comments are serious while others are funny to see, especially anything from Johnny Cage.
Grandpa.
I will rip your insolent tongue from...
Yeah, shut up.
And now with the Doomslayer, we know that he doesn't talk, or at least refrains from talking. I feel that it would work out in the end. Once some DLC characters in MK11 like Jason, Predator, and the Xenomorph were added to the roster, they themselves didn't talk to the opponent they fought. They either did a little gesture, then the opponent just made their comment, and then the fight broke out.
Your face is too repulsive to eat.
With the Doomslayer, he could appear cracking his fists as the opponent does their starting comment, then the Slayer would load up his super shotgun while the opponent finishes their last comment. This would just be an example and work, and to not have the Slayer speak a word. I'm sure there would be other things for him to do in his intro, and I'm interested in what you all think he could do. Let me know in the comment section. With the reveal of Doom Eternal, we saw a new version of the Praetor suit and extra tools that the Slayer installed. With these new features, he will be a true combatant in Mortal Kombat. With his new studded gauntlets, he'll be able to punch the organs out of his opponents. His studded boots will give him the ability to kick faces off, and with a new launcher and Doomblade, he'll be able to burn, blow up, and eviscerate his enemies. With these new abilities, I want to go a little more in depth on how I think it could work in the game. He would be able to punch and do uppercuts really well, and it wouldn't look out of the ordinary as he already punches demons or knocks their heads off when using a berserk pack or glory kills. As far as kicks, he already uses his legs in glory kills as well, so that would be okay. He already jumps, so seeing him jump wouldn't be that weird to see. His new dash move could also be used to get him out of a tight spot or get him in close. His mounted grenade launcher would be something like Cyrex's special grenade ability to have maybe a short and long distance shot. Flamethrower could be another special ability, much like Scorpion's new flame attack. The Doomblade would be something for close quarter special attacks and be used in the X-Ray and in both brutalities and fatalities. Also, he could use a weapon in the Doom universe as another ability. I noticed in the MK11 reveal, on one of the levels, there was a chainsaw that you could use on the opponent. It was just one of the environmental objects that you could use on the opponent. Maybe another hint to reveal the Doomslayer? Who knows, maybe we'll find out. As far as the X-Ray in MK11, or rather the Fatal Blow, which is now respectively called, each fighter tends to have 3 hits, or rather a combination of attacks that do heavy damage. Here's how I think it could work for the Slayer. He would first consume a Berserk power-up, dash in and punch the opponent multiple times while breaking all their bones in their face, gut them with the Doomblade, and then finish with the shotgun to the face. And finally, with the fatalities, one of them could be him once again consuming a Berserk pack, and then ripping the opponent in half, just like he does to the Imp in Doom 2016. Another fatality could be him using the BFG 9000 and obliterating the opponent, and another could be him glory killing them in a new way with the Doomblade. He could also use the Crucible to slash them into tiny pieces. All in all, there are so many different combinations and possibilities that could be used with the Doomslayer. It kind of blows my mind. Honestly, just talking about this makes the Slayer seem even more of a badass and to be my new favorite character in Mortal Kombat. Sorry, Scorpion. With recent Mortal Kombat games, we got more of a backstory and ending for each character you play in the tower or other fighting modes. For instance, in MK10, if you played as Scorpion and beat the main tower, there would be a short animated story showing off what would be the results of Scorpion beating Shinnok. Just recently, I got back into MK10 and played as Ferrator, and their ending is really interesting. I don't want to spoil their ending, so I'll leave that up to you if you care about it, but with all of the characters, there's sometimes something new and something familiar. This would be really cool to see with the Doomslayer. He already has such a huge backstory if you did your research, and if we can know more about him, the better. Since the game would come out before Doom Eternal, I wonder if they'll either tease something for the Slayer or prepare us for Doom Eternal. Maybe after Doom 2016, the Slayer made a pit stop in this dimension before going back to RipNtear demons. Either way, we could get a hint at his story or even a tease of sorts if he is in MK11. Time will tell. A big new thing with the new Mortal Kombat that I am really excited about is the player customization. With it, you can change the fighter's appearance, of course, without making them any stronger or weaker. For instance, you can change Scorpion's face mask, his clothes, his spear, and his katanas. You can change about the same amount for all the other characters and have many different combinations and possibilities. With the reveal of the Slayers Club and the new zombie skin that you can have for the Doomslayer in Invasion, Campaign, and Multiplayer, I would assume it would work just like that in MK11. You could change up his appearance to look like a zombie, his current Doom Eternal appearance, maybe a classic Doom guy look, and maybe his Doom 2016 look. Quick Champions was also able to make it work pretty well, so I would say that NetherRealm Studios could pull it off. Alright, so these are all just a few new things that would make him an awesome DLC character and why he would belong in Mortal Kombat. Not only will he be really fun to play as, but also a great way to market Mortal Kombat 11 and Doom Eternal. NetherRealm Studios would be attracting that specific niche of players who love shooters, especially Doom, to buy their game because it has the Doomslayer. To me, it would make sense and make MK11 even better. Other than that, let me know what y'all think about this topic. Should the Doomslayer be in Mortal Kombat, or should he stay in the shooter genre? Let me know in the comment section and let's get going with the conversation with it. Maybe we can get enough attention to let Ed Boon know how we feel and see what happens, so go ahead, share the crap out of this video, and we'll see where it goes. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and as always, like and subscribe as it helps my channel out a ton. You guys are amazing, and I love the support and feedback as I want to keep this channel going and one day be something in the big leagues. That can only happen with you, so thank you very much. Before I go, also check out my Instagram at RipNtear Gaming and see everything gaming. Have an awesome day, and until next time, don't forget to rip and tear. Peace.